go. So we'll do a little gentle today. And there's a nice breeze here. So I have the door open because it's really enchanting and beautiful when the breeze blows the curtains open. So we'll have a like breezy, gentle practice today, just like that breeze, a gentle practice. So you know what? Since it's an upper back that's kind of bothering you, let's start with 2 blocks in a puppy pose, and maybe you have them wider than shoulder width to create some space between the shoulder blades. So let's bring the blocks wider than shoulder width, so maybe mat distance or wider, just off the edges of the mat, distance apart. And then come into puppy. So the knees under the hips, and walk yourself back as far as you want off those blocks. And you know how, I think I've said it in this class before, kind of create that suspension bridge effect with the chest. So let the chest kind of suspend over the ground, maybe the head, or maybe that forehead comes to the floor, or maybe it suspends also. Allowing the arms, the weight of the arms pressing in, and the hands pressing into the blocks to open up the back. And we'll breathe in and out. Maybe as we are here in this opening, we can just ask ourselves, and go ahead and just stay on those blocks. We'll just connect with our breath in that way. Be inviting gentleness into our space, not just our space this morning for class, but the space known as our life. Where can we foster a little more gentleness? Maybe it's toward ourselves, maybe it's toward others. Maybe it's the way that we approach weeding that garden. Maybe it's the way that we approach an errand or a task. So let's give ourselves some moments here to drop into gentleness. Let the breath be gentle, let this shape be gentle. Not even having to think about it, we're just going to energetically feel gentleness and let it flow into our being. Let's breathe in. And on the exhale, lower the hands to the earth, off the blocks, bring the hands to the earth, and then drop that heart down. Little different sensation with those hands lowered. Exhale into Anahatasana. On your next exhale, lower the elbows down to the forearms, but stay in this tabletop and then drop that forehead to the ground, just slowly coming to the ground, little by little, making our way to the earth. And then on the next exhale, slowly send those legs long so the thighs come to the earth, the knees, the tops of the feet. And then maybe we bring the elbows out to the side and the forehead rests on the hands. The hands can be stacked on top of each other. So we're lying flat now. Now let's inhale to press the belly into the floor. And then let it go. The belly presses into the floor and inhale. And then let it go. One more breath in. And then let's exhale to bring the hands under the shoulders. Let's press up, find the tabletop. And in our tabletop here, let's sway the hips side to side. It's like we had a big dinosaur tail. It's kind of swoop. So the hips go to the right, the hands are kind of planted, and then swoop over to the left. The head kind of coming towards the right, the back, the hips to the left, and over to the right with the hips, the head to the left. And it's going to keep moving back and forth, increasing some blood flow here with this movement. Now one more swoop to each side with those hips, and then let's bring the hips to the middle. Plant the hands underneath the shoulders if they kind of wandered. And now let's drop the belly, lift the heart for our cow. And then exhale, gently sigh around the belly, round the back, cat. And then round that low back with the heart. Let's do this a couple more times, just moving with control. Moving with awareness. Gently back and forth. Nice. And on your next breath, let's find a neutral spine. Maybe whittle out the shoulders. Let's bring the right hand under the heart. If you want, you can sweep that left hand all the way to sky. Or maybe you just drape it underneath the heart. Let the left arm come behind that right wrist. And let the left elbow come to the floor, the back of the left arm. You can scoot that right hand forward or bring it beside the head. So maybe you're threading this needle, the forehead to the ground. Maybe the forehead faces the same direction and gaze towards the left hand. Maybe just let this arm, the left arm reach to the ground, that left shoulder, opening up across the back maybe. Breathe out and in. One more breath. And then let's exhale to bring that left arm back, hand to the floor. You can sweep it up in the sky if you want. Now let's pause here. Now bring the right foot forward between the hands. Plant the left hand on the inside of that foot, maybe on a block or the floor, and let's come right into just a little side twist in our low lunge. You can press that left hand into the block or the floor and feel the back respond a little bit. Maybe you just rest the hand. If you hover it, it's a different sensation than if you press. So maybe explore and see what feels best on the back. And then we'll exhale to bring the right hand down to the floor to frame the foot. Let's bring our hands forward and come into a downward facing dog. Reaching the balls of the feet to the ground. Maybe the heels reach the ground. Press the hands into the floor. Maybe notice the left side of the body compared to the right. And now we'll gently move those knees back and forth, pedaling out the feet and opening up the backs of the legs. And then whenever you're ready, find static hold here. Reach the chest towards the thighs, and let's give ourselves 5 breaths here. Maybe resting in gentleness in this downward facing dog. Letting the breath come and go. Letting our presence arrive here into this shape. Inhaling and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And our final breath in. And then we exhale to lower the knees, bring those hands underneath the shoulders. And then from here, bring that left hand underneath the heart. You can reach the right arm to sky. However you want to thread that needle, bring the right arm behind the wrist, the back of that right arm, back of the right hand. That left hand anywhere it wants to wander to support us in opening up the right side of the upper back. And give ourselves our complete presence here, maybe noticing the left hand, the right hand, the heart. Letting ourselves be here. And now we'll exhale, bring that right hand through, bring it under the shoulder, bring the left hand under the shoulder. Now step that left foot forward, coming into our low lunge, the right hand on the block or onto the floor. And then we'll inhale to bring that left arm to sky. And exhale when you get to the top and press that hand into the floor or hover the hand. Yeah, in and out with the breath. Extending into gentleness. Inhale one more time. And then let's exhale to bring the left hand to the floor. Press the hands into the ground. Lift a ball of that right foot to the ground. And then exhale to step that left foot back to come into our downward facing dog again. We're going to add on just a little bit here this time. So with our downward facing dog hands, downward facing dog feet, Feel the hands on the floor, ground the left foot, let's reach the right foot to sky, and then just lower it. Bring your awareness to that low belly between the hips, and then lift the left foot to sky, and then lower. Let's just kind of do that. Like we're kind of walking the dog, bring the right foot to the sky, and lower it down. Press the right foot into the floor, lift the left foot to sky, and lower. One more time for each leg. Right foot to sky. Press the left foot into the floor as you do, and the right foot down. Press the right foot down, the left foot to sky. And now let's lower the left foot. Pause here, breathe in. And then we'll exhale to slowly walk the feet forward. Come on, one step at a time, like tiptoe to the front of the mat with those feet, rounding into the toes, pressing the hands into the floor. And then when we get to the top, let's hang, kind of like a rag doll. We say that a lot. I don't want to overuse that rag doll. We have a better way to think about kind of letting yourself be like hanging out. Just visualize that. Breathing out and in here. And now bring that block under the heart again. Let's step our feet mat distance apart. Press the left hand into the block. Bend the knees a little bit maybe. And reach the right arm to sky. Yeah. Give ourselves a breath here. And now maybe we bring that right hand to the low back, to that spine, and bring that shoulder open. Or maybe you just keep the hand on the hip. Anywhere you want that hand. And now let's exhale, bring the right hand to the ground, to the block. Let's bend the knees and rise up. And exhale to ground the feet. And with our hands above the head, ourselves standing nice and tall, let's just go to the right, like a little side bend. Yeah, really good. And over to the left, a side bend. And now bend, and then the back to the middle, bend the knees, hinge forward at the waist. And let's just sway side to side. So we're reaching the arms forward in a half forward fold. Keep the feet planted, the knees and the hips forward, but sweep those arms over to the right, reaching kind of towards the right side. You feel the stretch in the low back, maybe, And then we'll exhale, bring the arms to the middle, reach over to the left, kind of stretching out that low back as you ground the right foot. And now back to the middle with the arms. Let's inhale to rise up, arms over the head, and then bend the knees, fold it forward again. Ground the right hand on the block under the heart, and then sweep the left hand to sky. Maybe the hips are over the ankles a little bit. Another breath in. And then exhale, bring the hand to the block. Bend the knees. Let's rise up to stand again, all the way to standing. Hands to the heart. Ground the feet underneath the hips. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. I'm going to move my block out of the way so we can ground that right foot. And let's step the left foot back. You can keep that knee lifted or maybe lower it down, whichever feels best for your body today. And then we'll inhale, sweep arms to the sky. Exhale to find our cactus arms. And now in these cactus arms, we're just going to bring the arms back to pinch the shoulder blades. And then let's bring the arms forward, elbows and palms meet. Yes. And then bring those arms forward, chest forward, and then draw those hands together in front of the body. Yeah. And let's exhale to bow forward. And then as we bow, engage that core and extend the arms out to the side like airplane arms. The heart and gaze is parallel with the ground. And now sweep those arms forward. Fingertips reach past the head in the same direction as the toes. And now let's inhale to rise. Lift the shoulders, lift the chest. Yes. Exhale into cactus. Breathe in. And then exhale to pinch the shoulder blades and kind of send that heart forward as you do, as if it were peeking through the shoulders. Breathe out. And let's inhale to step it forward, kneeling in a Tadasana. Mountain pose, hands to the heart, feet to the ground, head to the sky. Breathe out and in. And then let's exhale, ground that left foot, step the right foot back, lower the knee or keep it lifted. Finding what's going to give you the stability. We're kind of focusing on the upper back, right? Draw the belly in. Inhale, open the arms up like cactus. And exhale to maybe settle into this space, reminding ourselves of the gentleness that we're embodying, the gentleness that we're evoking. Let's exhale to pinch those shoulder blades together. And then inhale, bring the hands and the elbows together in front. Exhale to hinge, coming into a little bow here. Draw the belly in, and then as you're ready, we'll inhale to stretch the arms above the head. Fingertips reaching forward, heel reaching back. Breathe in and out. Let's inhale to reach the arms up over sky. And now from here, bring the hands to the heart this time. Inhale. And if your knee's not lowered already, lower the right knee. Top of the right foot to the floor. And now step that left knee back. So now we're in our high kneel. Left foot meets the right. Breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll inhale to reach the arms out to the side. And then exhale to kind of come into a side twist on our knees. Reaching that left arm to sky. Then exhale over to the other side, reaching the other arm to sky. Yep. And then back to arms out like a T. Yes, let's step the left foot to the side, nice and long on the floor, setting up for gate pose. But we're gonna plant that right hand now. Reach the left arm to sky. Breathe in and out. Pressing the left foot into the floor. And inhale back up. Yes. Reach the arms up overhead. And now let's come into our puppy pose where we started class, walking the hands forward, but keep that left leg out if you can. Lowering the heart down, maybe the forehead comes to the floor. Inhale. Now let's exhale, walk the hands over to the right. We're still in our puppy dog fold with the right arms are over towards the right at an angle. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, walk the hands through the middle and walk them over towards the same side as the left foot. Opening up the right side body now. Inhale. Let's exhale, walk the hands back towards the middle. Breathe in. And now walk those hands towards the knee. Keep the hands on the floor. Bring the left knee to meet the right. And let's come into that dinosaur tail swag. So sway those hips again, side to side. And then from here, this tabletop, bring the right foot out to the side. And let's begin by walking the hands forward. So kind of rewinding here. Arms forward, right leg out. Dropping into puppy pose variation with the right leg to the side. And now let's exhale, walk the hands to the left. Let's drop the heart. Dropping into gentleness. Breathe in. And then let's exhale, walk those hands over towards the right. Letting the heart melt, side body open. Now exhale, walk the hands forward. On your next exhale, walk those hands towards that left knee. As you're ready, rise up to stack those shoulders over the hips. Nice job, yeah. And then drop the left hand to the floor, the right arm to the sky. Really nice. Inhale. And then exhale, arms out like a T. When you feel stable in the foot and in that knee, let's bring the right knee to make the left. Keep those arms out, kind of let your torso give you the strength to draw the knee in. And rather than a side bend here, we're going to come into kind of a half fold where we're on our knees. So bring the heart parallel with the ground. You might notice the hips dipping towards the feet. Try to keep the hips higher. It's just kind of much more difficult than you think. So engage that torso. The hips are going to drop back a little, but try to hover that heart. You might feel the tops of the feet coming off the floor. That's okay. Breathe in. And exhale. Let's bring those shoulders back over the hips. Reach the arms to sky. Maybe glance up at the thumbs. Exhale. Let's fold forward, bringing hands to the floor. And then as you're ready, come downward facing dog. Maybe bring the corners of the mouth up towards the eyes, coming into a smile here. Letting the face relax, except for that smile. And then let the breath go. Inhale. And now we'll exhale. Breathe in. Let's exhale, lower down the knees. Walk those hands towards the knees and let's come into seated. Now in our seated position, how about we drop that chin to the chest and sweep the chin to the left and to the right as a little semicircle. Back and forth. Bring that chin to the middle and then lift the head up. Finding a neutral head, neutral cervical spine. And now bring that left arm behind us. So the back of the left arm is towards the low back. The back of that left hand shines forward. And then maybe if you can, find the right elbow crease with that left hand. So that might not be accessible. And if that's not, open the heart and bring that right elbow to the side and just drop the left hand to the thigh. Otherwise, bring the arm behind you. And then we'll exhale to glance over that left shoulder. And we're going to give ourselves a few breaths here to really let the right side of the neck open. And then we'll exhale to bring that chin towards the left shoulder. And the chin towards the middle, dropping to the chest. And let's bring the chin over to the right shoulder, glance over the right shoulder, and we'll pause here. Inhale. And exhale, bring the gaze back to the front. Yeah, really good. Let go of the hand from behind the back. I'm just going to shake out the arms, maybe roll the shoulders, roll the neck. Let out a breath, let out all of that energy that we kind of stirred up in this little movement. And now bring the right arm behind the back. Palm of that, or the back of that right hand facing forward. The right hand finds the left elbow crease, the left hand on the thigh. And then as you're ready, breathe in. And then exhale, let's look over that left shoulder first. Let the right side of the neck open. And let's drop the head back with the chin to the sky this time. And then maybe make a rainbow or an arch across the sky. Bring the right, or bring the chin towards that right shoulder. And then bring the gaze, the chin kind of level and gaze over the right shoulder. Breathing out and in. Holding and surrendering here. And then exhale the gaze towards the front. Release the hand off that elbow crease. Shake out the shoulders, shake out the arms. And then as you're ready, let's make our way to our backs. Resting on the floor. When you get to the floor, let's hug the knees in. And we usually bring awareness to the low back here as we rock side to side. But let's see if we can notice anything in the upper back as we rock side to side. Bringing awareness up the spine this time. Maybe now down the back, mid back, and low back, rocking side to side. And as you're ready, let's let those legs come long. Maybe we give ourselves a hug, right shoulder, or the right hand on the left shoulder, left hand on the right shoulder. Kind of sway side to side. And then uncross the arms and bring that opposite arm on top of the cross you just had, bringing opposite hand, opposite shoulder, rocking side to side. And then let yourself go and relax into your shavasana. Relaxing the entire back side of the body, letting the muscles just kind of pull into the floor. Letting the heart kind of pull into the back of the body. Let it go. In the spirit of gentleness, make your way to a seated position to close class together. Let out a breath, nice. And we'll exhale. Inhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Namaste.